everyone, welcome back to Junk and Jitters. My name is Meg. So for today's video I just have a quick haul to show you guys. There's a lot of really good things here. There's a Goodwill haul. I have some amazing stuff we found on a garage sale, and then I have a couple auction lots that we bought over the weekend that I wanted to share with you guys. I think we're just going to jump right in. This is going to be a two-part because I'm going to show you what I got, and then I'm going to do a little bit of a decoration type style video with you. So let's just jump right in and get started. I'm going to start off with the garage sale things that we found. We went to one garage sale and it was a surprise. We actually went there for a table that I saw and it had already been sold. But those of you that might know, and you can see up behind me, we collect duck decoys. Josh really loves them. And at this garage sale, we found 3 of them. And they're gorgeous. This first one is solid wood. It's an older one. It's very, very pretty. And we actually got there at the perfect time because everything was half off. She had them for $25 each. We ended up paying $30 for all 3. Here is the second one. This one is actually cork. I don't know if you guys can tell on the video screen. But in the duck decoy world, corks are highly sought after. And they have a name with a date, which is really neat. It's 84. And this is the third. And this lady was so sweet. She wanted to get rid of them so bad that she wanted us to take more, but the others were ceramic. And we have some ceramic, but not a lot. We like the decoys better. So that was on one garage sale. And then on another garage sale, I scored a whole box full, and I'm just going to show you a couple, but I scored a whole box full of grain sack bags. This one's beautiful. I think I'm going to turn this one into a pillow, and it is backwards because I've got you guys on the rear facing camera, but it does say sugar. I think I want to turn this one into like a throw pillow for the couch, or lumbar pillow, I guess. This is another really neat one. Some of them are very, very stained. So they kind of, how I have them decorated right now is kind of rolled up in a crock. But this one's got some neat detail too that I might end up turning into a throw pillow. And here's one of the smaller ones. But there is, I think I got about 7 or 8 of them for that price. I thought that was pretty good. And then this one, she had a bunch of these Crocs, and I was gonna pass on them because she did have $20 plus on them. This one is a 2-gallon Western. It's got some neat staining, but what really sold me is I've never seen one with this kind of print on the back. I thought it was so pretty. So I did pay $20 for this one. But I love it. I don't know, you can kind of see the staining on the inside too. That is not dirt, that is actual staining. Which, if you've watched for a little bit, you know I love. And then that same day, we went to a garage sale right after that one. And oh, it was such a good garage sale, you guys. I didn't buy a lot because I'm trying to be better about what I bring home, because I have a lot of stuff, and I'm trying to go through some things and decide what I truly love and what I can live without. So this one I actually walked away from and went to put the things that I did get into the car and turned around, and Josh was carrying it right behind me. They had $50 on it, and he said, I know you guys want 50, but all I have is 20, which we did. That was our last garage sale of the day. And would you sell it? And one gal said, no, probably not. And then the other one said, but this is the last day and everything that we have is going to get donated. So she said okay to $20. And I was absolutely shocked, because I had just found that one that I showed you with the blue on the back side. This one has it on the front. And it is a 4-gallon Western crock. To find these for $20 is unheard of. And it does have a crack. I don't know if you guys can see that very well. It's got a couple. And I think that's why they were okay with getting rid of it for 20. But cracks do not bother me. I don't put anything in it that would affect it for cracks. I use a lot of my Crocs just for display because they have cracks. But this one I was very happy when he told me that he only got it for 20, because I did not want to pay the 50. And then at that same garage sale, I did get a bowl that I'm going to show you guys when I do the decorate with me, because it is stacked in my other bowls and I didn't want to have to take that apart just yet. But I did get a very stained and crazed ironstone bowl. And then I found this. And it is stunning. I don't know if the camera is doing it justice, but that is all staining and crazing. It is just beautiful. And I love these chunky mugs. This one obviously I can't drink out of. The other ones I actually drink coffee out of that I have that are pure white. I also got 3 books from that garage sale. I will pull those up in a picture over here for you guys. They're nothing too fancy, but they are old and pretty, and I loved the colors. When I look for old books, I more so look for the colors that I love over age or anything like that. I lean more towards the grays and the browns, some creams, but I kind of like the gray and brown. And then of course leather. If it's leather, I'll definitely latch on to that. But then at that same garage sale, they had this on the table too, and they are a cream color, which I usually go for the white ones, but I really liked these. They had $1.50 each on them. But when I tell you guys that I took 3 books and that cup and these 2 up to the table and went to pull out a $10 bill, because I thought that's about what it was going to be at, she said, how about $1? We just got to get rid of stuff. So for the 3 books, the 2 creamers, and that beautiful cup and a bowl, she charged me $1. And then we walked away with that $20 crock. So it was a very good day at that garage sale. So that is it for the garage sale. I will show you, garage sale day, excuse me. I will show you what I got at Goodwill. And it's just 2 items. We had a decent day at Goodwill, which is rare because of the cost of things anymore, but I've kind of come to terms with it, and then if something really speaks to me and I really love it, I'll go ahead and pay the prices that they have, because some pieces you just don't see. I'm really liking pottery now, which kind of goes with my stoneware. I do like salt glazed stoneware, and then of course Crocs. And I saw this pitcher in Goodwill. I don't think it's old. I think it's just a, oh, what do they call that when someone just like one person made it? hobbyist piece. There you go. Sorry, it came to me eventually. But it's fairly decent sized. The inside is not cured, so unfortunately I won't do like drinks or anything out of it, but it's a beautiful flower vase. I will use that when I have flowers because it is solid. There's no leaks, no cracks, no holes. I did pay $6.49 for it, which is a little more than I would normally pay for a vase, but the color is what got me. I absolutely love browns and I love creams, and the chunky handle, I just loved it, and the height. So that was gonna come home with me, and that's all I was gonna get that day. Sorry, cat race. But then I rounded the corner, and I love Crocs, anything Crocs, but I have never had a pitcher, and I think this one's probably, I think it's Redware. I'm not sure of the maker. There's nothing on it that says maker, but it's this beautiful brown Croc pitcher. It was also $6.49, which again I hated to pay, but if you go into antique stores and look for these, you're gonna pay a lot more, especially around here, for a Redware piece. I've been lucky with the ones that I have found decently cheap. I think my two Crocware cookie jars that I have that are actually what I store my laundry soap in, those I think I paid $10 each for. So that was the Goodwill. Now for the auction, there's a couple bigger pieces that I'm going to insert videos or clips in here for you guys. One is a cedar chest. It's beautiful. We did some work to it. I did the oven cleaner method, and then we put some orange glow back on it to give it its luster and life back. So I'll insert a before picture of what we picked up here. It also came with a little table. I will do the picture first here for you guys as I'm talking. You should be able to see it now. And then I will show you the updated videos after the treatment, and I will insert those here. Okay, aren't those neat? Another piece that I found, and excuse me, the cats are on a roll. I don't know what's going on if something's in the ear, so if you hear them yowling in the background, I apologize. Another clip that I have, I might just insert the picture here because we haven't finished doing anything to it, but it is this gigantic butcher block, and I've always wanted a butcher block. This one has seen better days, and the picture that I'm going to show you, it looked a lot different than what it did in person. It's in pretty rough shape, but Josh thinks he can work on it and fix it, and it'll probably become an end table, excuse me, in here. So that is another piece that we got on the auction. And then I also got a cash register, and I have wanted one of these for so long, simply because of the tags. So I'm inserting a clip here. Sorry, the cats just bumped the video, so you guys are jingling. You're jiggling. You're jiggling. Or not a video. I'm going to insert a picture of the cash register here of what it looked like before. I got it for $2. I was shocked for $2, but I got it to pull the tags, and I know you guys have seen pictures, or some of you might have seen pictures of people using register tags in their pictures and decor, and they're beautiful. So I was lucky enough, I'm going to insert a short video here of how many I got, and then I'll show you a few that are close up. Okay, here's some close up that you can see better. They're fairly large. I don't know if you can tell by the size of my head. Some of them that I've seen, they're smaller. These are decently big. Again, I will show you what I did with these in a decorate video. On that same auction, I found another one. These are really hard to come by. I found one a long time ago, believe it or not, in a thrift store for $6. And I've kept my eye out for one ever since because they are so neat and hard to find. This one I did pay $20 for on that auction. And they actually had one, it's got like a leaf pattern. They actually had one on another auction, and that one went for $150. So I was very lucky that day to only get this one for $20. But I absolutely love butter molds. They're so pretty. Okay, then for $3, I bid on this lot thinking that there was no way I was gonna get it for $3. It was a combination of a crock and, surprise, and some architectural salvage. I'm gonna show you one piece of the salvage today. The other one I am working on. I'm gonna make it a little cleaner. It was pretty rough. It had some spider webs and a lot of paint chipping, which I love, but this was very loose paint chipping. So I'm gonna work on it and get it up in the dining room. I will show you that, but this is the crock that was in that lot. It's a big old 3-gallon jug. Now it is very damaged, and I did not go to this auction beforehand to look at things. A lot of the times I don't have the time to do that anymore, unfortunately. I'm hoping to maybe get to one or two here in a couple days or something if I can. But it has this gigantic chip all the way down it, and that one piece is loose. So I need to figure out a way to secure those two pieces without this falling apart. So it needs some work. It has a home here forever, but it's beautiful. For $2, I mean, who could resist? So that was the crock on it, and then this one piece just needed a good wipe down, and it's long. I'll try to insert a picture over here of what I was bidding on, if I can pull up that picture. But this is the piece that did not need hardly any work. I'll try to get some zoomed in. So it's inside. That was on the lot with the crock and a bunch of other salvage that I need to work on. Excuse me. Then there was a box lot on this auction, and my eye immediately went towards one thing that I have been looking everywhere for and have not found here anywhere that I have looked. I've looked on eBay, and I am not going to pay eBay's prices or Etsy's prices. But it just happened to be on this auction, and I told Josh, this is something I've never seen, so I'm probably going to bid up on it. And of course, he was completely fine with that. I was expecting to pay probably $50 for this lot, and you guys are going to think I'm crazy when you see what it is, but I got it for, I think, 12 or 13 instead. But this was on it. When I tell you I squealed when I got this bid, I'm not even exaggerating. This is an old milk pitcher. It's ironstone. There is no stamp. But my gosh, you guys, look at that staining. It is so pretty. And I am so excited to add it to my collection. But that's not all that was on this lot. And I'm pretty excited about some of the other things that were in it. There were a couple things, I will insert a picture here for you. There were a couple things that I did end up donating. They were just little pottery pieces that were cute, but I didn't really want them or have a use for them. But it did have some little crocks. This one is so tiny. And it says the Kukukuna Club Aged Before Cold Pack. And I believe it's cheese. But it's got two different designs. It is so tiny. Like you can see my pointer finger is longer than it. It's so little. So I was excited to see that one because my eye was just drawn to the one piece and I didn't really care what else was on it. So I was very happy. When I went to pick it up, or Josh actually picked it up for me, then there was this one. It's hard to see that design, I'm sorry. It says, Fine Tobacco, Best Virginia for Gentlemen. So it's a tobacco crock, which I have never seen one of those. It says since 1889. It does not look old, just based on the bottom, but it's still really cool. Nature leaf. Some of this I cannot read, but it did come with its own little lid. So I thought that was really cute. And then there was also this one. It says snacks. And it's actually the same size as that tobacco one. So I was pretty excited to get that one. And it also comes with, that's loud. It also comes with its own lid. And they're decent sized. You could fit some cookies or, you know, candy canes at Christmas or something in that. And then there was one more garage sale find that I forgot to show you. This was on a whole separate garage sale, and I've been looking for browns and creams quilts. What I have now, I have a couple of them. I have like a plain white and stuff like that, but I've really been leaning towards the colors that soothe me, I guess, and that I relate to the most, in browns, creams, whites, dark browns, that kind of stuff is what I'm leaning to. But she had this quilt and it came with 2 shams. It is a king size, and she had $20 on it. And I thought that wasn't too bad, because even some of the newer ones, you're gonna pay about 40 bucks for a decent sized one. I think there's one in Walmart right now for $59 that's really pretty that I've had my eye on. If it ever goes on clearance, I will probably bring it home because it's so pretty. But this one was gorgeous. I snatched it up pretty fast, but this is it. It's absolutely beautiful. I will also show you a close-up, or like an outstretched view of it in the decorating, so please come back for that video. It will be after this one, because I have it kind of stretched out on our bed right now. And it, like I said, it is a king size. So I was pretty happy to snag that one for $20. It is double-sided, and the other side is this beautiful brown tan kind of color. And then it came in what I thought was just a bag, but it's actually a little basket. There, you can kind of see the texture and the fabrics with the little bag. Funny thing is I was going to use this just as storage. And hi, Henry. Henry and Emmerich have claimed it. Emmerich actually gets his toys and puts them in there so he can jump in and bat them around and pull them out. It's like an obstacle for him. So it is actually sat in the living room since I've gotten it, because he enjoys it so much. So it will probably eventually be used for storage, but for now, because it is like a soft mesh fabric, they get to play with it. So thank you guys for sticking around with me this long and seeing what I brought home. I will be doing, as I've said, a decorate with me video. I want to redo my white hutch. I've brought a couple new pieces home that don't fit quite the way I would want them to. They're hiding other pieces, so I need to redecorate that. And then if you watched my last video, I did a kind of a home tour, not a full home tour, but you could kind of see how things were laid out. Things have changed. You can probably tell behind me that all this is different. This is our living room, and the den has changed a little bit. And then I want to do the bookcase that has the two deer heads above it and the fireplace in the middle. I want to redo that. So we're gonna do that in the next video, along with showing you where all these beautiful things found homes. So stick around. If you like this video, please give it a like, share it with your friends, subscribe so you can know when I've posted a new video. That is Emmerich. He's growing. Yeah, so just have a beautiful day. Thank you so much for joining me today, and take care.